Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about one of the most interesting countries in the world, Norway. Did you know that Norway is known for having a really strong economy? Some people even say that it's the perfect economy. So, in this video, we're going to explore whether or not that's true. So let's get started. But before we start, please hit that subscribe button. Did you know that Norway has a long history of economic success? In the past, the country relied heavily on industries like fishing, forestry, and agriculture to drive its economy. But in the 20th century, Norway made a major shift towards oil and gas production. This turned out to be a really smart move, because Norway has a ton of oil reserves and has become one of the world's leading exporters of oil and gas. In addition to its natural resources, Norway has also made some smart economic policies that have helped it thrive. For example, the country has a high level of social welfare and education, which has helped to create a skilled and productive workforce. There have been some challenges along the way, of course. For example, the country's economy was hit hard by the global financial crisis in 2008, like many other countries. But overall, Norway has had a really strong and stable economy for a long time. So that's a brief overview of the history of Norway's economy. It's clear that the country has had some really successful periods and has made some smart economic decisions that have helped it thrive. So, let's start with GDP per capita. This is a measure of the total value of goods and services produced in a country, divided by the number of people living there. Essentially, it tells us how much money the average person in a country is making. And when it comes to GDP per capita, Norway is doing really well. In fact, it's often ranked as one of the wealthiest countries in the world in terms of GDP per capita. Next, let's look at the unemployment rate. This is a measure of the percentage of people in a country who are looking for work but can't find it. A low unemployment rate is generally considered a good thing, because it means that most people who want to work are able to find jobs. Norway has a relatively low unemployment rate, which is another positive sign for its economy. Inflation is another important economic indicator. This is a measure of how much prices are rising over time. If prices are going up too quickly, it can be a sign of economic instability. But Norway has a relatively low inflation rate, which is a good sign. Finally, let's look at the trade balance. This is a measure of the difference between the value of a country's exports and the value of its imports. A positive trade balance means that a country is exporting more than it's importing, which is generally considered a good thing for the economy. Norway has a positive trade balance, which means it's exporting more than it's importing. So, overall, Norway is performing really well in these key economic indicators. Its GDP per capita is high. Its unemployment rate is low. Its inflation rate is low. And it has a positive trade balance. All of these things are good signs for the strength of its economy. One of the biggest industries in Norway is oil and gas production. As we mentioned earlier, Norway has a lot of oil reserves and is a major exporter of oil and gas. This industry has played a huge role in the country's economic growth and stability, and it's likely to continue to be important in the future. Another major industry in Norway is fishing. Norway has a long history of fishing, and it's still a major contributor to the country's economy today. The country is known for its high-quality seafood, and it exports a lot of fish and other seafood products to other countries. Norway is also home to a thriving forestry industry. The country has a lot of forests, and it's known for its high-quality wood products. This industry has also played a significant role in the country's economic growth. Tourism is another important sector in Norway. The country is home to some beautiful natural landscapes, including fjords, mountains, and forests. And it's a popular destination for tourists from around the world. These are just a few of the major sectors that contribute to Norway's economy. All of these industries have contributed to the country's economic growth and stability, and they present both challenges and opportunities for the future. One challenge that Norway has faced in the past is its reliance on oil and gas production. While this industry has been a major driver of economic growth for the country, it also presents some risks. For example, the price of oil can be volatile, and if the price drops significantly, it can have a negative impact on the economy. Additionally, there are concerns about the environmental impact of oil and gas production, and there is a growing movement towards renewable energy sources. Despite these challenges, there are also a lot of opportunities for Norway's economy. For example, the country is home to a lot of technological innovation, and there is potential for the country to continue to grow in this area. Additionally, Norway is a member of the European Free Trade Association, EFTA, which gives it access to a large market for its goods and services. Expanding trade partnerships with other countries could also be a good opportunity for economic growth. So, while there are certainly some challenges facing Norway's economy, there are also a lot of opportunities for the country to continue to grow and thrive. Norway has a high GDP per capita, a low unemployment rate, a low inflation rate, and a positive trade balance. These are all good signs for the strength of its economy. The country also has a skilled and productive workforce, and it has a thriving tourism industry. However, it's important to remember that no economy is perfect, and Norway is no exception. One challenge that the country is facing is its reliance on oil and gas production, which presents some risks. Additionally, while the country has a high level of social welfare, it also has a relatively high cost of living. Overall, it's fair to say that Norway has a strong and stable economy. But it's not perfect. Like any other country, it has its strengths and weaknesses, and it faces both challenges and opportunities. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one.